Time walks past me now, a moment gleaming, the OS streaming the weather down, black clouds rolling in. September, I remember your earthly sin. I let you in. I let you in. I let you in. I let you in. Storm came rolling in, tossed and turned me, tried to burn me down. I'm a magician, here in sedition. I'm a magician, learning how to be a slave. And how am I amazed? How well I bend this thick and fleshy human skin. Don't synchronicity that flows effortlessly, connecting each and every one of us to each other in all of the multidimensional layers of ancestral landscapes that have been experienced for eons upon this planet. We merely need to tune in to the within, to hear the call of the ether, which whispers its codex to activate our dormant DNA, expanding and enhancing it to its optimum operating system potential, and thus elevating the consciousness upon this region to a new level of co-creation. Welcome to the fifth dimension.
And there will be thousands here tomorrow. There'll be thousands here tomorrow. Not today. We're here today. And we're here today so that thousands will be here tomorrow. Okay? Because we're preaching to the choir here, right? We're the cutting edge. We're the ones that feel it, have been affected by it. We believe something to be incredibly true. We see the evidence. So it's not a conspiracy. It's not anything but the friggin' truth. As much as they've gone out of their way to deny it and hide it in plain sight. I mean, the insults every day to our mentality is just shocking, people. I mean, really. The thing that's beautiful and worth every second of spending the focus of my mission in life to wake people up is that we're waking up. And we're waking up like they can't stop it now. And that is what makes every minute of our resistance and our momentum to go against everything we are told, all the people that believe it, people that think we're nuts. It's gonna change. It's because of our courage to go against that grain and to speak up for things that we absolutely know.
It totally just changed dynamic. Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Welcome to Galactic Earth Fusion, the show that discusses the normal, the paranormal, the natural, the supernatural, the organic to know the inorganic, the weird, the wonderful, all things outrageous, strange, upbeat, and cutting edge, broadcasting to you live from the Blue Ridge Mountains, land of the sky. I'm your host, Missy Hill, and we have a very, very special guest tonight. I'd like to introduce to you one of my best starseed friends, a fellow indigo, Nahal warrior, Wendi Morrison. Wendi is an animal advocate. She's a quantum healer. She's a galactic shaman and grid keeper, an animal communicator, a musician, and a filmmaker. Wendi practices sound healing, distance healing, DNA activation with a specialty in multidimensionalism. So Wendi, tell us what's been happening at Pixie's place and what's going on with your new project.
Hi, sweets. Thank you for that introduction. Well, basically, I wanted to share the unifying experiences we've been having in the forest by the river at Pixie's place. As a grid keeper, I was sent to hold the frequency here and to be ready to receive the lost souls who would be seeking a new path. Last summer, we were in mandatory fire lockdowns from the Castle Fire up in Sequoia National Forest, which, by the way, killed 10% of the world's giant sequoias. And then, of course, the virus. So I knew the time was fast approaching as to the purpose of my mission and the reason I departed Los Angeles and Hollywood when I did. The souls who were drawn here to seek solace and internal wisdom are beautiful souls of all walks of life who are navigating by way of their internal compass as pioneers of a new reality. They merely seek validation for what they sense from within. And at Pixie's Place, we provide that validation. After all, we are the architects of a new reality. So, in honor of the passing of our founding mascot, Pixie Amelia Aurora Ray, I've invited a small group of our OrangeRay family to celebrate life over Memorial Day weekend 2021 and to show the world a different way. From Downey, California, home of the Carpenters, we came to Hollywood, my teen mother and I. It was September of 1960 when I made my appearance in the belly of the whale. My mother was a young ingenue, the kind that get eaten up and spit out. I grew up on the studio backlots and sound stages. I was on a journey with my mom as we explored spiritual knowledge and enlightenment through the 60s. I was groomed and abused, as most are, by a parasitical system designed to steal your light. However, I'm an indigo. I'm a Gen X system buster, the resistance to their insistence. I came with a message the system did not want seeded into the societal consciousness. That message is one of sovereignty for humanity. To be able to see this message, I began my storytelling as a notable emo rocker, goth, hippie, art, punk within the Hollywood music scene in the late 80s through the mid-2000s. Growing up at Desilu Studios, Motown, Universal, Capitol Records, Warner Brothers, Paramount, CBS, in addition to being an animal advocate and environmental activist, I was offered the brass ring many times, but not prepared to sell my soul. By 2007, I'd had enough. I then embarked on a journey of transformation and metamorphosis by way of a disabling accident, as I was already nearly out. This would change everything. My desire to create an animal sanctuary and retreat for seekers was manifested as if by divine will. Now there would be a new path, stepping into the organic, shamanic skill set that I came here with, ready to receive the wounded healers and share the importance of our animal family. And I cannot believe how prophetic my choices were, as well as the universe stepping in and preparing me for that which I came to participate in, a paradigm shift. So this is my story, this is my journey, and I hope to share this with you and inspire all of you onto your highest path, no matter what the struggle. It's worth it. The one thing that I became very cognitive of in my decade after decade of connection to the animals, advocating for them, protecting them, rescuing them, whatever the interface was, is that even with newborns, there is a sentient being there, and it's not unlike a child at all, because I also did a lot of nanny work and had raised my siblings. So I mean, I've been taking care of kids and little newborns since I was 9 years old. So well, actually even earlier than that, because my sister was born when I was 6 years old, and I began caring for her as a helper. A lot of the responsibility of childcare fell upon me at a very early age. So I began to see the imprints of a soul and a sentient being in animals at a very, very early age. And being aware of that and being empathic and allowing myself to hear them, I began to have a different kind of relationship with animals that I think if you're around me and in my presence with these animals on a day-to-day, then it's more obvious. But it's not something I can really show people. You see it because it's there. But for all intent purposes, I am the alpha dog here. I am Mama Queen Bee. And so we deal with all different levels of good behavior and bad behavior and, everything in between as far as trying to get attention. For the most part, all of these animals get along incredibly well, be they cats, rabbits, goats. They all interface with each other like a big family unit. So I can very easily see us as a large foster family where there's lots of children, and they have come from different backgrounds and are experiencing different levels of trauma and PTSD, and they learn to overcome those things here. A lot of them, too, have chronic physical issues that have to be maintained for them to sustain a quality of life. Most people will put animals down if they have such injuries due to the fact that they don't want to be the one that has to be that caregiver. And people just assume that animals are, disposable. But I guess when babies are disposable through abortion, it's pretty much the same mentality. And I have no political preference one way or another. I'm coming at this just strictly from a soul perspective. And so I see things a little differently, but the reality is that the level of sentience in the animals is reflective of a child, and it's anecdotal, be it, but it's more or less clinical proof of the fact that we are evolved from animals, and our DNA is intertwined with the lineage of animal tribes. And you can see in people those traits. I mean, I'm very cat-like, and I also can be very goat-like, and there's reasons for that. Like astrologically, my moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn is the goat. The moon represents your emotions. And so emotionally speaking, I'm very goat-like. I can't be forced to do something I don't want to do, and I will fight being controlled for sure. And I'm very blunt. I say what I need to say, and I don't hold grudges. I just, if something bothers me, this is that, and then I'm on with it. That's the way goats are. Most people hold on to their feelings, and then they let things build up, and then they allow themselves to be victims. And I don't do that. I just say what I need to say, and I can't really control how people take that. But animals are again, within the landscape of these emotional flavors. And my animals, not that they're mine, but my kids, my babes, my children, my charges, my family, my tribe, they're all of that. They communicate with me. They understand me. We may not speak the same language, but we telepathically understand each other. And it's very apparent if you watch what goes on here. And when I communicate with them and how they respond to me, they immediately know what they should and shouldn't do. They want to please me afterwards. They apologize. Sometimes people get grudges and get angry and do, purposefully bad behavioral things just to prove a point. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I'm a punk rocker. I don't try to control that. I mean, I might let them know that I don't like how they're acting and that I'm losing my patience. They know that. But they have the right to their feelings and their reactions and interactions with me, as long as they're not, hurtful and hurting physically. But, that's the truth of animals. In the Garden of Ego. I can smell it creeping up on me like a glove. I can hear its faint embrace as I struggle to tune in. It's in my peripheral view now. I wanna touch it, won't you help me? Won't you help me to be free? So hypnotic, this linear freeze attacks the core just like disease. Hypnotic freeze. Spinning through a world without end. This life's a journey to be man. Time to send.
San Francisco Chase Center, 21 pilots, and the outside is hammered.
In this world we all are whores. Time to get up off the floor. Rise from your knees, 'cause it's time to be free. Time.
How did you become disabled, Lily?
Be free.
Huh? What happened to your eye, Lily? What happened, Lily? What
It's
happened?
time.
Are you a pirate now?
It's time
Are you a little
to
pirate?
be free.
Are you a little pilot? Yeah, are you mama's girl? Can you give mama a kiss?
It's time to be. It's time to be.
Love you.
It's time to
I
be
love
free.
you. Are you a good girl?
It's time to
Yeah,
be.
you are.
It's time to
Stretchy
be.
girl.
It's time to be free. Get up off the floor. Just open the door. Be free. Be free. Be free. Oh, to be free.
I'm raw. I'm real. I have a will of steel. I'm weak. I hurt. Emoting. A blessing and a curse. Refinement in the rough. Retaining the organic power. Fluid. Resisting. Compelling. Seducing. Abstract art whose complexity therein the riddle lies. It's the illusion of perfection for thine own very eyes. For it is the used and broken pieces that have been rehabbed and restored that retain the highest value, unique authenticity as history records. Unfolding is the moment. Let go of control. Get out of your comfort zone. Be in the now. See through the veils. Go within. Shut out the din of denial's lost virtue. The truth promises to hurt you like peroxide in the wound. Embrace the beauty of the pain. Let it rain down in your eyes like tears wiping away the lies of 10,000 years, mesmerized by duality's drama.
I tried to hear the whispering. I tried to tell. I tried to make them listen to me. Brought on the wrath of hell. Dodge the bullet, pull the wool down, and don't get pricked by their thorny crown. Judgment, shame, humiliation, molesting.
Where's Connie? You gonna eat
Doesn't
breakfast?
matter anymore.
You gonna eat breakfast, boo?
The story bombed so for so long.
Want a kiss? Can I get a kiss? Where's Mama's kisses? Where's Mama's kisses this morning? Where's his mama?
Is the blood dripping
you're
from
so
your
nervous.
crown?
Why are you so nervous? Huh? Why are you so nervous?
Never-ending,
Come over here.
never-ending,
What's he doing?
falling
What's
free.
he doing, Lisa?
Forced to let go. The end of a road.
Can I give you a hug?
Another tear.
Can I give you a
Shatter that system of fear. So all effacing.
I hear it too. What is
Together embracing. Transcending. Put an end to the power of fear.
You got quite a spot here. I think you're doing good.
Now what do I do? You pushed too far. You hit too hard. Now we both hurt. Blue, blue, swimming to you. The shades of me, the shades of you. Cool water. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Silly rabbit dropping down your hole. The space between us moth to flame. My tears roll down like endless rain. I want your love, I can take your pain. I close my eyes to inhale you again. My body's dead to any other man. You are my spiral in the sun. Dive on in, come undone. Space between us, more to flame. My tears roll down like endless rain. I want your love, I can take the pain. Rock son.
Right, I guess, well, yeah, I'm definitely your phone.
I immediately did when I looked at your thought face. I'm like, this is so outside of the I know. Swallowing your love, the space between us, more to flame. My tears roll out like endless rain. I want your love, I can take the pain. Space between us, more to flame. My tears roll out like endless rain. I want your love, I can take the This is Angie and this is Jen, and they're dear hearts to me. But what this is like, I love these two.
I grew up on the sets in LA and all that stuff, and I grew up in magic and entertainment. And you guys, I'm sure all of you have probably seen my father on TV in one movie or another. So he was in Spaceballs and he was in The Grinch.
What's his name?
Antonio Hoyos.
Antonio Hoyos.
He's little. He's only this big.
Put it down. He does not want to die. Leave him alone. Come on, he wants to go away. He doesn't like you. He doesn't want you to kill him, dude. Alright? Come on, honey.
Is he hurt?
No, he's okay.
Oh, really?
Krishna, usually it takes him a while. He's letting me know that he brought it to me, and
Thank you.
he relies on me to yell at him. Thank you, Krishna.
Such a sweetheart.
He's learning how to override his tendency to kill, you know? It's just like, and he's not really trying to kill.
Like a
he's
psychopath.
literally
Trying to make him stop the kill,
he's,
you know?
no, he's literally just he wants a friend. He likes
bringing me
it.
dead bodies. in
He's
my house.
he's like, come see my mom, and then after that he'll play with it until it can't move anymore. And he doesn't understand that it now
help
is
him hide the bodies.
no longer living. All the lizards that I find on the property do not have tails anymore. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway. So, what are you doing, dude?
I'm just hanging out. Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
So cool. Just trying to get all the work done and enjoy visiting with everybody and isn't it cute? So cute.
Relajándote aquí.
Estoy súper.
Sí, ¿cómo
Sí.
llegaste aquí?
¿Cómo llegué acá? La vida me trajo acá.
Ah,
Me trajo
La
en
energía.
la energía, fue un momento muy especial. Como de esas cosas que no puedes explicarte a veces.
yeah, things you can't explain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y
I brought him here.
so I just came here,
Yeah.
I met you.
And we met and everything went boom. I know, I'm just kidding. Hey, can you go tell Corinne I want to talk to her in a few minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, didn't mean to interrupt. Thank you, baby.
So that was it?
We had fun down there. That was hilarious. All right, baby. I'll see you in a few.
So
No,
cute.
tell me. Isn't she adorable?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
she's so adorable. Wait a minute. You guys have a project together, and I want to talk
Yeah.
about that. Can you play a little bit for us for a second?
Yeah.
Or two or three?
I'll play something.
Yes. Serenade me.
Why are you kidding me? You put me the label in the label.
In the label.
Yeah, come on. What are we doing right now?
It seems to fit the hammer.
Teasing you.
Yeah, I brought grapes too.
Yeah, right.
Where are the
Grapes.
grapes?
Grapes.
Where are the grapes? I
Yeah,
want the
bring me the
grapes.
grapes.
And I want the fans too.
Love that that you left, somewhere that was very comfortable, where you were loved, and you were willing to, journey and seek and find, something more in your self-expression, like the deeper levels of how you express, and the content of what you express. What's your background, Jamie?
I have a long background.
I bet.
I'm
Know
just,
that one.
I have a classical background,
Yeah.
and then I started becoming a street musician and hitting the streets and the rivers and this.
So you healing the land? Are you healing the land?
Actually,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, vibrationally in communion with the land.
No, you're a grid keeper. You're healing the land. I see that.
Holding the multi-dimensional vibrational wellness.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know
Yeah,
that.
wow.
See, most people don't understand this stuff, and
You
it's like
said it right
it's so
there.
grateful I'm so grateful when I'm able to hear people out there starting to sing the same song and resonate the same information and truth that will ultimately allow us to be free. Like in a new way. In a way that we can't even conceive of, right? So that's very cool. No, you're just you're beautiful, pure soul, and you're very like cued in. You're like right there. Like you're taking in information. You know what I mean? Like I see that. I see you're shaman, and you're utilizing music and vibration as your healing tool. Yeah. I know, sister.
I see it too.
It's what I do.
I know. I
know. I'm learning to embrace this other part, where I have to actually be a little bit more, I'd say more warrior, because the healing must be radical now. You know what I mean? The healing must be radical. And that means, you're going up against more intense energy coming at you, because you're saying, I'm willing to stand up and take everything to push this new way of living and being, you know what I mean, against something that doesn't want that, you know what I mean? So maybe you don't, I don't know, maybe I just lost myself in some crazy little thought, but
no, it makes sense.
But just anybody that understands that the multidimensional reality and right now, and just breaking out of the prison of duality and being able to open up into all that is, right? And create life on your own terms. Like I live by my own terms, It's like a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people think that's not what I should be doing. And that's fine. But as artists, I think that's one of the most difficult things that we are forced to deal with, is everyone else's projection of what we're supposed to do with our lives, and people not always taking the value of art, especially music, to that healing level of being essentiality. It's like we are healing through music, and so the service that we as artists who use that as our canvas, we should be paid a lot of money, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Whatever that means. But just instead of being, kind of dismissed, I guess, or invalidated because we're not doing it right, or, we're not earning those big bucks for the system.
Because money is also an illusion. I mean, it's an energy, but there's things that money can't buy, and it's life experience,
and to many, it's their God.
It's a quality of connection.
Absolutely. And that's what I mean. To some people, like, money is a god to them. That it replaces the beauty of, like, the more passionate, textured, colored canvas of humanity, We
were talking something about that today, and we were saying, like, it's very interesting how money can isolate you. Because it can. We were talking, like, I don't have a car right now, for example.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're driving together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, like And I was telling her, like, actually, I'm very happy not having a car. I'm very happy. Like,
You're not the first person I've heard say that.
Yeah, like, I'm very happy. And they said, like, you know, that gives you connection with people. Like me taking whatever, Ubers, on the bus, people.
Hey guys, ooh, are you enjoying? Thank you. Hey, listen, she's like, I want that rabbit. So this is one of our babies that was born. How old are you, sweetie? 2 months. Yeah, you want to hold? This is Alice. Of course, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Anyway, how you guys doing? You enjoying the crazy ride?
Yes. Enjoying the river.
The breeze.
Definitely. Oh, the breeze right now is lovely, right? So I listened to the track. That was like such a great track you sent me. You know, I think it's hilarious that it's so outside, you know, your normal spectrum. But it just really shows like your ability to tap into sort of any genre, you know what I mean, which is great to have as a producer, right?
And then we heard your music in the movie, and I was like, you know, who could do something with this?
She's in
that
that
might be
same vein.
the one person I know who could.
And I just like, I love that you thought about me, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, oh my God.
Well, I like the music, I like the vibe, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think as we know, as musicians, everything cycles back around. And I think, you know, music is so representative of the times, right? And the things that were happening, you know, during the period of time when I was creating music, were turbulent, and I already knew the time's coming, and I was sort of singing a little bit about the future. And so, you know, a lot of people were instinctively drawn to that kind of content, but it was still so, you know, I'm not sure what this is, you know, like it's rock, but it's something different.
I mean, I remember coming here, and like when we came, it was a lot of like, we don't know what's gonna happen next, you know? It's just like everything was kind of changing fast, and we didn't know what the next year was gonna look like, but something about being here, even through all of that, we only came for a day and 2 days, a day and a half, something like that, and I felt like so much peace. Like it just reminded me, like, again, that even through all of this, like, we can just sit down and relax and take it easy, talk to the animals, and connect with new people, and
be in the moment and just experience the sound. And
well, that's what we were experiencing with you guys by the river earlier, right?
So nice.
And that energy was just so amazing. And really, that's what art does. You know, it gives us a way to express our feelings, interpret our feelings, you know, share our feelings, and it's a reflection again of like what the collective consciousness and culture and society is experiencing and reflecting back. And you know, the thing that's beautiful to me about music is that it's so universal.
I mean, we do love the animals.
I can clearly see that. Ready to dance, everyone? Here we go. Our OrangeRay family includes some of the most incredibly gifted artists, be it singer-songwriters, filmmakers, poets, dancers, musicians, everybody that graces us with their presence has incredible gifts to share, including a shaman within them, a healer that's using their art to bring healing on the planet. 2 inspired poetry pieces. One, Shaw Woman by Kristen Shu, and Sister Terracotta by Brian Jaton. Both were lovely guests of ours, friends of ours that have maintained their presence in our lives. And when I apparently served as their muse and was shared this lovely insight. I was subsequently inspired to bring their wonderfully expressed pieces of poetry to another level of musicality and sonic healing. And so I offer you the following: Poetry Dancing by Kristen Shu, Brian Jeton, and Wendi Morrison. A collaboration of spirit.
She dances on the moonlight trampoline. The wolves, the bears, the stars, her captive audience. She leaps to the grass floor. Her smile stretches across the valley. Sister Terracotta Warrior, she dons her spiked tiara. A punk searching for the sound, the sound, the sound creates art through life, withstanding nature's elements without a glance. This Sister Terracotta Warrior, she dons her spiked tiara. The giver of memories stands tall in the morning light, gaze lifted, locked to the sun, searching for the answers, while the rest all turn away. Eyes full of dust, head full of rust, and she says, let them throw their expectations to the dogs. It was written in the stars. You know these words are telling you there's no turning back for you.
Our founder, our founding member.
Moments often missed in the clutter of everyday's routine. An instant that sparks a change, ignites a flame, sets in motion an evolutionary shift. The path forward altered, running deep now through our veins. An unconscious choice, a soul decision made.
The river's edge. And I'd be like,
the silence washed over us. The river run between our toes. We were sprung from somewhere new, unfamiliar, a voice that has always been. We look up at her, smiling, as the tears flow, and we say, let our wild run free, let our wild run free, let our wild run free, let our wild
that's the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Smoking on his hookah pipe. And Alice comes along and he says, who are you? Who are you? I've never seen you here. Who are you? And it's just like, I saw that, I might have been a little stoned, but, is there any other time or way to be? But anyway, I thought, I wanted to really pose that to all of us, and I'm gonna start off, and you don't have to participate if you don't want to. Anyway, I'm just gonna share with you my version of what what it is, who I am, and then would like to kind of continue this around the circle. And you don't think about it a lot, because then it gets all icky. And I don't mean icky like, it just means we start to overthink and then like, just kind of see, there's no right or wrongs again, as I always say. Just see what comes out, see what you feel free and comfortable to share. So this is who I am. I'm a collection of my reflections for a millennia of exchanges, costume changes, polarity rearranges, and the beat goes on. I'm a quantum scientist within a hippie punk experimentalist. I'm Gen X, baby. I'm a Gnostic knower and a galactic warrior. I'm in full alignment with my mission here, as has been from the inception here. The journey here, full of colorful props. A mystical, multidimensional, groundbreaking soul path that led me to here, quite literally. And when I say that, here, I mean here, the spot, quite literally. The universe pulled me right out of my comfort zone and plopped me here, and then forced me to deal with whatever it was, so that I could be ready, as my beautiful princess warrior here knows, for this moment. We had to go through our pain and our catharsis and facing that stuff, But anyway, so who are you, baby doll? Who do you see you are? I want to know.
I'm impermanent. I'm now. I'm breathing. I'm here. I'm a song. I'm a string. I'm a chord. I'm a rock.
A ring.
A ring.
Beautiful ring.
I'm I'm part of everything.
Yeah.
Constant change. Constant discovering. I'm everything and nothing.
Amen.
And that's it. More or less.
Much more.
Much more.
Beautiful. I love that. How about you, Miss Thing?
Should I stay here?
Just stay there and do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a flower. I am the wind. I am a lover. And I am art.
Yes, you are. Well said. You can say pass if you want.
Yeah, I'll pass.
You have the absolute right. Sergio, you're on.
What's the question?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are
Who am I? There's like a scene of a movie actually.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
You are.
Just trying to be me.
Yeah. Well, you're a lot more than that, for sure. Okay, Sam. Any thoughts? You want to share?
Just a little bit. Yeah. Well, I think I am a musician and a student and a teacher and a trusted advisor. Yeah. So that's it.
Misty? We'll give Jade a couple extra minutes.
Oh, sure. I always love questions like this because I tend to start get the simple things out of the way and then leave the hard things. So instead of what am I ask myself I know what I'm not, and I know I'm not about you know, like egos. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not about like unnecessary confrontation. You know, I'm not about like people that like fuck with people. Like I just know like I'm not those things. So what I am just leaves it like so much more open. And like Wendy was saying, like 10 years ago, I was like somebody totally different. So I never want to like define myself by like I am. You know, it's funny when people say like I'm left-brained or I'm right-brained, and I'm like, I think I'm both. I think you're both too. Like
I have a brain. I know that.
You know, so I get scared when I have kind of those defining questions, and I just know what I'm not.
That's beautiful. Very, very well said. Ms. Jay, would you like to share anything on this topic?
Yeah,
I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear.
I think I'm living, I'm learning, I'm loving, I'm letting go, I'm healing. I'm figuring things out, and I'm letting myself take my time because it's okay.
Teacher and a student, always. Seeker, feeler, and I'm like natural. That's it.
Motivated and always learning and loyal. People want to, you know, most of the time anyway, with all those things.
Cool.
And a little finicky.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with knowing what you want and what you don't want. That's important. I'm a really finicky person, so I get it.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Awesome. And Miss Jamie, anything to share with us, darling?
I am energy, frequency, and vibration. And what everyone else said.
I am so much more than I often give myself credit for.
Bravo, I will say that for sure.
I'm someone who is in love with life and takes every day to take joy in the fact that every passing day is another chance for me to realize how much of a gift it is. That thanks to my surroundings, thanks to my mind, thanks to chance and luck and a million other things I might not understand, I'm forever going to be a student of art, an interpreter of art through music, through strings, through piano keys, through camera and a lens, and through painting with light. And I'm someone who takes so much joy knowing that I can make a fulfilling life out of practicing that and bettering myself along the way.
Wow.
Wake up, my dear. It's time to face the fears of your heart. Try to hesitate. Trust and everything will be alright. Back
I can feel you pulsing right through my veins. Could so much be told in a moment's glance? Could it be that easy? Could it be that easy to take a chance? In the moment, seize the day. In the moment, seize the day. You gotta shut the dim out and seize the day. Dripping like honey. How quickly butter melts.
See Amelia Aurora, my first little rescue.
Matrix dissolving away. One singular distinction for denial's play makes it all so easy. Makes it all so easy to hide the way. Puzzles are confusing when the pieces don't fit together. But whatever, yeah, the mind it plays its tricks. Slip inside me, baby. Magic's dripping like honey. How quickly the melts. Eyes wide open.
This is so wholesome already.
You gotta shut the dim out and seize the day.
I'm trying to get like a POV from inside.
Dripping
Emotional. Either happy, giddy, silly. Yeah. To Pixie. All of us. You guys. Yes, babies. Missy, did we get? Yes. Okay.
Cheers. Incredible talent.
Oh, this is nice.
It's really nice.
Isn't this delicious?
Wait, where's Gideon?
Wow. Where's Gideon?
I really didn't have like an intention when I first started making it. I just wanted to experiment with editing.
Alright, you kiddos.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we're...
Well, how about if... Would you rather me express it or you?
I want to see what you say.
Okay. Oh, I think the thing that just really impressed me the most, I love the visuals. I love the beautiful metaphors and symbology.
my perspective. You think? Wait a minute. Are you talking to me? Talking to me? I'm dead. I've died. I'm in the process of dying.
A bit dramatic, but yes. Pretty much all of the above.
What happened?
You tell me.
I just wanted people to love me.
Really? I just wanted people to love me. How's that working for you?
Hey! Hey, Dr. Phil?
The name is John. John Lennon. Question is, who are you?
Somewhere along the way, this road becomes a river. Somewhere along the way, the river becomes air.
Hi guys. How you doing?
In a dream, when my mama left this world. The fields of flowers blooming. belong to the wonder. We belong to each other. While this world goes crazy, each moment touches forever. Let you in, let you in, I trust your soul. Belong to
I just remember having such a wonderful, I don't want to say connection, but I just really understood so many of these layers of you that were starting to, come off and blossom, and you seem to be at that pivotal moment of self-discovery, where you're kind of transitioning out of, who am I in my 20s and moving into, okay, who am I in my 30s, And being in Hollywood, you'd made some choices, to kind of not be shoved into the cookie cutter quintessential ingenue, role, and really, again, from my perspective, you were allowing yourself to gravitate towards like a more eclectic side of yourself. You're clearly beautiful. There's hands down. No one's gonna argue with that. You are a gorgeous, gorgeous young woman. So you could have easily ridden the waves on that, but you've consciously made a choice, to not do that. So can you tell me a little bit about that? And I mean,
I don't really know if it was conscious.
Well,
at first,
I kind of feel. No, I agree, but look at it this way. I made choices. I feel the same way. I don't know if they're conscious. I just made them because they were gut feelings. They were just like either no, I can't do that. One more minute, or you know what I mean. It's like sometimes what you won't do becomes the defining moment. Like you know what I mean. Like well, we won't go there. But anyway, so. I'm just curious, if there was something that motivated you outside that normal scope of self-promotion and, I don't want to say exploitation of your beauty, but if we want to get real, I mean, that's kind of like what the business of such tends to kind of ask us to do is exploit those things for them.
Yeah.
And you
I mean, there's like a level of the game. Well, at that time, I was surrounded by people that were really manipulating, and now I feel differently about it. Now I understand that there's a game that is played, and it's actually really fun when you're around the right people, and when you're the one that's leading the game.
Once you realize the game is there, and then you take control of the game.
Yourself.
Yeah. Versus going, why does this happen, or why is this happening, or what, whatever the scenario is of someone's agenda, being at the opposite end of someone's agenda.
Yeah.
So you're originally from Colorado, yeah?
Yes.
What part? You don't want to say. Okay.
No, I will. It's just so tiny, nobody knows where it is. It's near Boulder, it's a small town, farm town.
Cool.
Fort Lupton.
So somewhere around Boulder.
Yeah.
That's nice. And did you go immediately to Los Angeles, or did you explore other places?
No, I moved right there. Yeah. Yep.
And the thing that I really appreciate about you is that, in spite of again the paths you could choose, and could easily excel, effortlessly in utilizing your natural gifts. I just love that your instincts keep you close to home, like close to the person, the girl you've always been. Like I can see that in just your laid back demeanor, and you know what I mean. And the other thing I think is so funny is like there's this adorable quirkiness about you that is so deadpan and hilarious, and I appreciate that because I had to learn how to kind of default right on my self-deprecation, and I kind of I kind of feel like that's so for some of us, that humor, using that humor is a saving grace, so do you feel like you've kind of cultivated a character of just like a armor, or
sometimes
different suit you're wearing?
What did I say?
Like a policeman who puts on his suit and all of a sudden he's stronger. I don't know.
No, I would say I was talking about this at the river the other day. I'm an environmentalist. Whatever environment
you're
I'm
in, you
is
assume,
gonna be what comes out of me.
Yeah.
So it's not on purpose. I just am, if I'm somewhere where I don't know anybody, I'm gonna be more of a watcher.
Yeah. Well, and you're empathic, so it goes beyond watching. It's about then seeping in and then, filling in the spaces like glue to just resonate within that spectrum, right? Like whatever it is, the environmental spectrum, whether it's on a set, whether it's in a new town. So you just recently, speaking of which, you just recently decided to give Atlanta, Georgia a try?
Yeah, no, I'm there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. And how do you feel Georgia is in comparison to Los Angeles as far as opportunities or creativity, freedom, you know?
They have a really nice color palette.
So the landscapes are lovely?
Yeah, it's a little bit more rich tones, which I really like.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
They
a lot of pastel-y washiness here.
Yeah, they don't have that. It's very dark and mossy.
Nice.
It's very wet.
Wet.
I call it. And I like
wet
that.
And mossy.
So, and it's a lot more grounded.
A little bit musky, would you say?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
There's a musk over it.
Vamp it.
Which I like.
Of course.
It's very nice.
Ferny.
I'm like a little haunted.
Yeah, of course.
So,
extremely so. I think
I know
Declan and I were talking about that.
Yeah. So it's
Haunted
so good.
Georgia.
It's so good.
Savannah.
Even in my neighborhood, I'm just like, oh, there's so many
ghosties
houses that just look like they're from scary movies.
Some Gothica.
Yes.
I am such a big architecture buff, and I would completely salivate in that environment with all the, with all of that whole period, historical period to sponge up, energetically. So what do you see happening from here for you? What are your hopes and thoughts, and if any? Maybe you're just tired of thinking, and maybe you're just living like a lot of people are these days.
That's kind of how I'm feeling. I see wild women and all these historic women that started, the first rock climbers, things like that, like the women that helped create a lot of our national parks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very much enjoying that. So
there's some little gestation period that's going on, and you're nurturing a new.
I don't really like to force things. It's not really something.
Oh, heck no. That doesn't work for any of us. I mean, it does work for some people, but not any of us here today.
Like some people.
Over the weekend.
And I've tried that before and it didn't really work. So, as you say, I'm just going home to wait for the call.
To wait for the call. Yeah, but I mean, that's what I think is so impressive about you. That's all. I just, I adore you.
Aww.
And I think the world of you, and I believe in you. And I'm excited, to be a friend of yours on your journey. I absolutely do feel, and I've always felt like
I know.
huge things for you.
I'm grateful to be here.
Well, thank you,
It's like
sweetheart.
what we talked about
Yeah.
in the first meeting. That's
I
right.
know. It's just now always happening, and we're doing it all. Right? And we're going to do it together. Thank you, Mother.
Journey's long when forever right in front of you. Never thought I'd see the light in your eyes fade away from me. I beg just one more time. See you
Well, when we try to kill us.
back to being back to being so
Bye.
stare into forever.
Lost in silence.
Lost in silence.
Hi, Alicia. How are you, baby?
Away the pain.
Sarah, how are things in Germany? I know, Angels, my rainbow sister. How are things in LA? Yeah, I'll be. Kristen, Star Woman. What's going on? How are things going in San Diego? What's happening? After our amazing Pixie Day celebration, I was able to do some second unit pickups with my This Is Not Dying director of photography, Alberto de Costa Cala, which is always a creative treat and pleasure. A month later, wonderful new tribesman Sergio La Palma, a documentary cinema photographer who did the audio for our event, was returning for drone footage and bringing his girlfriend, Estonia artist Edith Soot, for some healing. Edie, like myself, is disabled with PTSD. The two are co-founders of the nonprofit Make Art Not War. We had a lot to share.
So many tears.
Something at the group?
You become like. Oh, this is breaking.
It's been a long time. My forever's right.
Some sparks come out of my head or something.
exactly what I was looking for.
You fell down?
Yeah. Hey, baby.
No, for like 30 years.
With a really thin, like face cream.
Why should it be good?
I had some lemon verbena, but I wanted to get some pure
Yeah.
verbena.
It's good for anxiety too.
Mm-hmm. Hey Edith, thank you so much for being willing to have this conversation with me about our shared experience, right? With what we call the invisible disability. That's right? Am I saying it right?
Yeah, that's the term.
I know a lot of people don't know much about that, and the two of us have a lot of shared experiences, but in different ways, based on how we came about our disabilities. But I really want to get into some of the nuts and bolts of what you experienced with your medical malpractice, basically. I know that there's a little slight fog, as we were joking before.
Yeah, brain fog.
Brain fog. Because of the cognitive aspects, the damage. So please go ahead and read, some of the things that I'd been asking you about what had happened and what you'd like to share with us.
Well, the short version is, it's a very complicated story, but let's do it short. That I was hospitalized in Estonia due to an intestinal infection. And while I was there, I was given intravenous nutrition, and I experienced a very dangerous adverse reaction to it. And as soon as I notified the staff of my symptoms, I felt like there was an immediate attempt to invalidate my experience. And as time went on, I felt that I was being abused, basically. And it became pretty obvious that they were attempting to cover up a medical error. So, again, in short, I went in the hospital, walking by myself, picking up some things. But the condition they released me in was that I was permanently disabled.
Unbelievable.
And according to them, most of it was in my head.
Oh yeah, we know about that. And that, kind of leads me to the next part of that, and that's the psychological impact of gaslighting. And I don't think a lot of people, the word gaslighting is thrown around a lot, especially, in more recent times. But I'm not sure everybody really completely understands what gaslighting is. So I got the best definition pulled up here that I feel we both agreed on, right? Based
on a very known term in the community of the medically injured, as we call it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And my circumstances aren't. I mean, I had suffered an accident and 20-foot fall and became disabled. Mine was exacerbated because the insurance company forced me to fight them for 6 years without treatment, other than being scooped up off the ground in the emergency scenario, right? And so that's my scenario
gaslighting.
I mean, it is
comes in so different forms and situations.
But I'm just talking about the disability itself.
Yeah.
Like there is similarities in that it ultimately was the system, right? Whether it's the medical system, the insurance, it's a system.
Yeah.
What we've experienced from not only the medical profession but friends, family, society at large. So this is the definition that, well, there's the one definition that we first talked about, right? That gaslighting is the repeated attempt to invalidate or dismiss a person, which is pretty basic and simple, but this definition really pinpoints it. Gaslighting, a type of psychological abuse aimed at making victims seem or feel crazy, creating a surreal, interpersonal environment, has captured public attention. Despite the popularity of the term, sociologists have ignored gaslighting, leaving it to be theorized by psychologists. However, this article argues that gaslighting is primarily a sociological rather than a psychological phenomenon. Gaslighting should be understood as rooted in social inequities, including gender, and executed in power-laden intimate relationships, and power-laden relationships in general, right? The theory developed here argues that gaslighting is consequential when perpetrators mobilize gender-based stereotypes and structural institutional inequities against victims to manipulate their realities. Gendered in that they rely on the association of femininity with irrationality. And I think that's the pinpoint. Yeah, right there. Like, if you're a woman, you are emotional. You are not responsible for, you cannot gauge. You don't know what's going on. You're out of your mind. So, it's extremely frustrating.
I mean, there are multiple studies that have shown that men are taken always more seriously in a medical situation or whatever. It's just the way it is. It's been like that, like forever, I guess.
But it goes even further, because stepping outside of just the sociological ramifications of the medical, that same effect, like for me, it was used in the legal circumstances where I was allowed to be portrayed as faking my disabilities in spite of multiple, doctor's reports or being in chronic pain every second. If you look okay, and you and I both, don't look too bad. You look really good, but
thank you.
But you know what I mean? It's like then there's nothing wrong with you, and I think that is really one of the more detrimental points of deterioration. I mean, you're going through enough physically, but the betrayal and the abandonment and the alienation, and then literally having to question yourself what you're experiencing every minute, like it's absurd. And you're right. I mean, it kind of wouldn't happen to a man. It just
usually,
I mean, there are stories,
stories like that.
But women being used against themselves in so many scenarios, and especially in these types of scenarios where, again, you look fine, to the inquisitive mind who really doesn't care beyond just superficiality, and then you're suffering like a whole nother level of abuse and disability, really, because now you're like dysfunctional within the societal, so that anger, the things that we talked about, just all the emotions that come with being so totally invalidated.
Yeah. One thing is the actual injury,
right?
The physical injury, and on top of it, there is this gaslighting that just makes it like 100 times worse. So you have to deal with all of that, and a lot of people break at one point.
Right.
They're like suicide attempts and things like that.
Totally
because
know.
it's so overwhelming. that
There's no relief.
It's even hard to describe that feeling.
It's impossible unless you feel it yourself.
It's so overwhelming. It completely takes you over, and it's just. I mean, it's the most horrific thing I think that a human being can feel.
And especially for strong women like us, there's also a shame attached to it because you know you're strong, and you're almost like abusing yourself by saying, "Come on, you can do this. Don't be a sissy," like. No, I can't do it in 1 more minute. Because it does, it just feels like the weight of everything is just bearing down and there is no relief.
It's extremely traumatic. It's, for me, at least, it has been so traumatic that, I'm still processing it. Admitted to a neurological hospital, and literally what was happening was I was very aware of what was going on with me, that I wasn't controlling my emotions because I just couldn't, and I knew that it was brain damage,
Yeah.
I was very aware of it. I told it to my doctors and everything, but it was so overwhelming, this feeling of losing control of myself completely, that every night I went to the bathroom in the hospital and I was like, I couldn't stand, because I had all this heart rate stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So I was like literally lying on the ground. I was punching with my fist against the tiles in the wall until I was bleeding. And I was like praying to God, like, please just kill me. Like, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to be this person who's completely out of control, angry, I don't want to be this. Yeah. This is not me.
Yeah.
And if this is gonna be like that, I want to be dead. Please just let me die.
Yeah.
And I don't even believe in God. Yeah. And I was doing that every night.
Thank you so much for sharing that and bringing this up, because I obviously, have shared with you that I've experienced the exact same things. And, the thing that I try to tell people, it's not so much that I want to be dead. It's just that it's just impossible to live a certain way at some point. There are days that are so challenging and you just lose sight of hope. You're like, what is hope? What am I hoping for? You know what I mean? It's like, and so it is. It's even more detrimental when you get to that point, because then you feel like you've failed yourself. Like even I've given up on myself. You know what I mean? Everyone's given up on me and now I'm giving up on myself. And that's, I don't know about you, but that's when I kind of start to feel sorry for myself, and I just start to try to love myself the best I can and say, you're still here, you love you, and it doesn't matter if other people, what they say or what they do or their choices, or we can't control those people, but trying to just stabilize enough to get through the day-to-day and find that gratitude, and that's when just spirituality
I'm like
is
on
so
my
important.
Way there, but I'm not there yet.
Well, but you and neither am I. I mean, it's a journey, right? But the other thing that I find really interesting is just all your background in Buddhism, and the how much that was able to help you get past some of this, because you have evolved, definitely. You may not consider that you're quote unquote there yet, but you're not in a wheelchair and you're able to have a relationship with somebody that is incredibly in love with you and cares about you and cares for you and literally cares for you, enables you to be able to get through your days. And that's incredible. I mean, that's a beautiful gift, and I know you're grateful for that.
I'm
for
very
sure.
grateful, of
Absolutely.
course. I mean, I was prepared
But
to
that's
die.
Yeah.
Literally.
And boom,
Yeah.
there it is. And that's kind of it too. You know, we never know what the next corner is. You know, what karma or dharma is going to be brought into the spectrum. You know, and we might pay the price in one moment, but then be receiving of something so incredible the next. You know, and it's a feat, if you will, to just balance the injustice with the karma, with the
it's a roller
flow.
coaster. It's and it fluctuates a lot too. Like there are days when you're completely accepting the situation and you're grateful and even I would say happy, and then you go back to the past.
Yeah.
I mean that's just inevitable. It's the trauma.
Yeah.
I mean I consider myself to have severe post-traumatic stress disorder because I miss my family members that I lost because of the situation and my friends.
And that is another part of it is the PTSD.
Yeah, it's severe.
It's totally severe,
and it's affecting my body
and
too.
people don't validate that.
Yeah.
PTSD is not validated.
Yeah,
I
agree.
It to the degree that it should carry more weight in a circumstance than just some passing,
I mean, it can be completely disabling.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
And people tend to not have that much compassion when it comes to things like that. When the mental part comes into the physical part.
Well, it's kind of like they do to a point. But they want it to be over with.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Can you get over this really quickly now?
Exactly. I'm
getting kind of bored with this.
Yeah, like accept this already and just be happy.
I know, it's like...
Be an inspiration.
Come on!
Be an inspirational,
you can do it.
Disabled person.
Yeah.
Like make an Instagram account and just post quotes,
People they mean well. But it's kind of... It adds insult to injury, and like I said, I know people don't mean to to do it, but
there's no bad intention.
No,
there.
but
it's just,
sometimes the best response is just to listen and to validate.
Exactly.
Like the things I don't need someone to fix me.
Exactly.
Like I just need someone to have compassion and say.
I think there's disinformation. There's not much information about it.
Absolutely.
That's why it creates that.
Absolutely.
There's ignorance definitely about, and especially things like that are like in the gray area, kind of in a weird way. I guess.
Way for me to decompress. People don't understand that. It's like if I go super dark, then it sort of offsets the sorrow and the deep melancholia that I feel that my life is so different.
Yeah.
And the things that I don't want to say took for granted, but just the simple things that your body function. I mean, we take for granted how our body moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I still when I look at people who are like jogging around, I'm like, I get this little. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that ever again,
Well, and you were talking about yoga, right? You used to do yoga and all that. And
that was like my thing.
Your thing.
And I can't even do that.
Yeah.
Only like, lying positions very slowly.
Sure, just
but nothing like I was used to. And I was like a very active person physically.
Yeah.
And I was feeling very well in my body
well,
in a
and
way.
You were a model.
I was like swimming all the time,
yeah.
I was like bicycling, like I was just very active in my body, and suddenly I was in a wheelchair, and I was like, I can't do it. Like I'm not that type of person who can do it.
Well, and the other thing that people wouldn't even realize, in our plight, is because we're both singers, and it takes a tremendous amount of energy, physical energy, to do just a set of songs, on stage or just in a rehearsal environment.
Yeah.
And that requires breath,
lung
and
function,
strength,
which I
and
lost
muscle strength.
Yeah.
And so to lose
everything.
Just everything.
I lost my whole
everything.
life. Everything, absolutely everything.
And that includes identity, because our identity is wrapped around
like
these
overnight,
things that we do.
I was this, before I was like all these
I know, I saw that.
all these things, and then suddenly I'm just this medically injured, disabled person.
Yeah, you're just a label on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm that.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well,
now,
you're not.
Now I
You're
have
not
to
that.
like, you know, that's not my job to like kind of like
you're not that.
be an
You are a
advocate
goddess.
for that.
Well, you don't. I mean, you exist, so your story is compelling, and you're not. That doesn't mean you're forced to or compelled to be anything other than just live your life and be who you are. You know what I mean? Because that can be a big, heavy burden too when you feel like you've got to be an example.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that like strongly. So I mean, I
you
made
are an example.
I did
I
a
mean,
blog.
You don't even
and,
have to try
all
it.
those things, and I really like. I had an audience or whatever.
Yeah,
you would call
it sounded like you did when you told me.
And I was really loud about it, but people, I mean, except for the people who were in the same position like me, didn't really care.
Validated. Because that's really what we're all seeking. You know what I mean?
It's validation.
It's just the acceptance like everybody else for what we're suffering from without having to explain it or justify it or
pull out like I don't know, like
here, let me carry
examination results.
Yeah, let me carry my 5 doctors' reports around in a folder, so every time somebody says you're faking it, I can pull them out and you know.
Yeah.
And it's definitely an area that needs a lot of light right now in terms of just bringing awareness. And I
mean, there are things going on, but not on a big scale.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see.
Yeah. No.
There's one other aspect to this that's cognitive dissonance too, and that especially comes from the people that are close to the whatever you would call it, this chronically ill, disabled, medically injured, whatever person. They just don't want to believe that this is actually happening, and so they kind of like.
Well, and it's you can literally they you can sense that they love you and want to believe what you're saying, but it's like anytime an authority says this, the average person just goes with that.
Exactly.
They're not willing to.
If a doctor says something, then it's like
if it's some sort of authority deems it so, then it is.
Yeah.
And that is so not the case, and we all know that. And I do think you're absolutely 100% correct. Cognitive dissonance in general is rampant in our society right now. It's like people are unwilling to really acknowledge what's right in front of their face.
Yeah.
Just right in front of
and
their
it's
face.
happening absolutely everywhere, like
in every nook and cranny.
Yeah. That's what I felt. I think what happened with a lot of people around me was that cognitive dissonance thing.
It's a dense subject.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not
brings
just
up a lot. Yeah.
Both personally, but even just the ramifications.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different tentacles to this, you know. But this was a really good start, and you really are a great advocate for this because you're able to articulate in so many ways your experience, you know, whether it gets bogged down or not, and from your perspective, you embody, you know, a fighter, somebody who in spite of all of this is again able to present yourself in a way that you want to share who you are, you know. In other words, nothing that I've seen, not that I've seen everything, but nothing I've seen has diminished this beautiful free spirit that's within you. Yeah, you might have to manage things a little differently, right? And it's not easy, and there's, I know, a lot of health issues that you're completely still struggling with, and the medical and trying to get diagnosis and so on and so forth. So I'm not trying to discount that and say, oh yeah, everything's great and she's all better and it's a happy ending.
Most of my days are really physically very
and I've witnessed that.
Hard.
Yeah. No, I've witnessed that.
Like, I mean, very hard. Sometimes I can't even get out of bed.
Yeah,
like, it's so bad.
I know.
Like I can't even I can't cook for myself or I'm in so much pain and so tired and.
But you're not letting it define you. You know what I mean?
I'm trying.
A lot of times people just stop caring. They'll stop trying to, present themselves in anything other than just.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's just my upbringing too.
I know.
Like, that's my grandmother.
Your grandma.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, sweetheart, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're so beautiful, and your spirit is just incredible, and I really appreciate
yours too.
you being open with me and having this conversation.
Thank you.
I don't want to waste one more minute of time without you in my life. I don't want to be without you in my day. I don't want to waste one more day. Can't take it away. Not one more day. Can't take it away. Can't take it away. Come with me now. Let's go on a ride of our lives. Come with me now. Let's go on a ride. I'm saying it now. Now the moment is now. Now the moment is now. Now the moment is now. Right now. Right now that is. That's all there is. Right now the moment is now. I'm saying it again. That's all there is. Right now is the time. Right now is the time. It doesn't matter the start. It's just about who you are. And it's here and it's real and it's now. You can open your heart. You can see the start of the beginning.